Welcome everybody to RTS with Oscar Montiel. Welcome. I'm Jason Alamillo from JSports. The reason I'm here is because I am subbing in for the host of RTS with Oscar Montiel himself. He's on vacation in Hawaii. We're sorry for uploading this very late. I got caught up with some things, but we gotta talk about this Commanders loss to the Eagles. 38-31 late fourth quarter drive with about 2 minutes to go. I would say 1 minute is what I counted in the fourth quarter. After that, somehow interception. Yes, he threw another interception. But before I go over anything, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Oscar's channel, to this channel, RTS with Oscar Montiel. Press that post notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos, these post-game reactions, pre-games before any of the games, any live streams. We got a couple coming up when Oscar comes back. Any rumors, Real Madrid content, whatever you got interest in, we cover it here on the channel. So be sure to give Oscar a big thumbs up, that like, subscribe, press the post notification bell, share with your friends and family. So let's get to this game, because I think this is a devastating loss, because a lot of people, Ryan Robinson, he had a good game. Rio Robinson, he says this was a good football game. Chat Sports, they say this was a good game. Commanders report by Chat Sports. I think it was an okay football game. Very good game by the Commanders in the first quarter. They start off with a great start. They've done this twice against the same team. They started well, and then both times, well, they took the L. They lost. Sam Howell looked great in the first quarter. You know, he was protected by the O-line. That's the one thing I can say. They kept him from getting sacked too much. That was nice. You know, he has the most sacks in the league, and he didn't own it this week, which is nice. Thank goodness. He was keeping on time, and he was on schedule, and he was avoiding sacks, like I said. And he and Bieniemy, they looked like they were in sync in the first couple of drives, getting up to 14-3. But then, of course, Washington, like always, the real Washington came out. I was sitting there in the first half thinking, first quarter thinking, maybe they can do this, But they got down the field in the Philadelphia territory, getting into this. Look, they could have really done a good tear up of the game. They could have torn this game up. They could have torn the game up. All right, it could have been. It could have been awesome. But they were up 14-3, and then on they're up 14-3, right? And this is crazy. But on fourth and one, what does Eric Bieniemy's ass do? What would his ass wipe do? An empty backfield, right? But there's no running back in the backfield. And Bieniemy, with no running back in the backfield, empty backfield, makes them attempt a pass on fourth and one. Again, in an empty backfield with no running back. Why do I make that point so many? Why do I repeat it? Why do I? Because there was so much momentum that the Commanders had that then switched to the Eagles, and they were then able to take it and scored on a 10-point swing. So instead of going up at minimum 17-3, they go 14-10. This is typical Washington. They get a lead of at least, 10, 11, 12 points, and then they give it up. They give it up. What is up with this awful play calling by Bieniemy? We'll get to a screenplay later on 3rd and 5. Come on, Washington. Why are you giving up this lead? Now the defense. A.J. Brown had 320 yards and 4 touchdowns, 4 TDs against these very Commanders in these last 2 games. He has 320 receiving yards, 4 touchdowns, and 18 catches in 2 games against the damn Commanders. Now, here's another stat. 94% of them were against the first-round pick, Emmanuel Forbes. But, hey, he'll be back. And then you got Jalen Hurts, who went, 320 with 4 TDs on the Commanders. They scored 28 points in the second half. 28, okay? And then Julio Jones, who's more than injured. That hamstring, it's probably like a good brisket just falling off, like a good nice set of ribs. It's falling off of his body. He has to carry it wherever he goes. He even dropped a touchdown on the Commanders defense today. He's washed up. It's Julio Jones, and he dropped a TD on their damn heads. He dropped a TD on their heads. Then don't get me started on Benjamin St. Juste. Benjamin St. Juste can't run with any of those receivers. He can't run with any of them. He's awful, man. Fuller is the best cornerback of the Commanders on this Commanders team, and even he was lost. Even he was bad today. Okay, like I just don't understand. You can't go against any of those receivers. You can't get to them. You can't get any interceptions. You can't tackle them. You can't hit them. These unknowns on the Eagles were hitting Commanders receivers like it was nothing. And then we got to get to the main man himself. I mentioned all the other St. Juste. I mentioned Forbes. I mentioned Fuller. I got to get to this guy, Jack Del Rio. Jack Del Rio had, get this, nobody there when there's a blown coverage Devontae Smith touchdown. He was wide open, unprotected, undefended. Nobody there to defend him at all. Nobody there to stop him. Del Rio's like, you get a catch. Del Rio be passing out catches like he's Oprah or something. You get a catch. You get a catch. You get a catch. You get a catch. Everybody gets a catch. And then the Eagles proved that they can run another play after that. In the tush coverage, like, come on. Seriously, Del Rio. You can't defend against Devontae Smith. You can't have anybody there. No safeties, no fullbacks, nobody. This is a guy that needs to go. We'll talk about who needs to go, which is everybody. But then let's get to the screen game. I covered the defense. Who actually was worse than the O-line. For some reason, the O-line had a way better game than the defense on this team. But let's get to the screen game. So it was great. It was working at first, right? And you don't want to be repetitive, because then the team gonna figure you out. Your opponent gonna figure you out. Remember, this is a division game. You keep it in the family. And I'm sorry for that background noise, but you keep it in the family. They know you, you know them. Bieniemy seemed to have found his match on Match.com, baby. He paid that monthly subscription because he saw that screen game working. And it's working, and he ran it repetitively. Why? It's third and 5, and he calls a screen on a bunch formation. Now I remember the broadcast was saying it. I'm like, what the hell is a branch formation, baby? I had to look it up. A bunch formation. I was like, what's a bunch formation? A bunch formation is when the receivers are all in a bunch. They're cluttered. They're all together, and then and not spread out. The only reason you run a damn screen, and for that screen to be effective and efficient, is if you have your receivers spread out. The receivers have to be spread out so they can create blocks and find blocks and make things happen and stop him and get all over it. But he runs it on 3rd and 5 with in a bunch formation, and the Eagles stop it like that immediately. No ands, ifs, or buts. Oh, did he? No. No, they stopped it. Why be enemy? You got Sam Howell dropping back like, and then he gets sacked. But I guess today he kind of avoided that, really. You're running screen plays on 3rd and 5 in a bunch formation. Are you serious right now? Are you guys gonna blame the refs too? Those fans that are blaming the refs. Oh, the refs are the problem. The refs. Oh my God. Yeah, they had a bullcrap call on I think it was a pass interference. When that was not a pass interference, the ball was caught. Okay, you can blame the refs, but I'll get to that. But Bieniemy, are you serious? Del Rio, are you serious? So now, specific players. I'm gonna give Sam Howell a great start in the beginning. Had 398 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. That pick, ladies and gentlemen, was awful. It gave Philly that short field. Oh boy, trust me, they used it. They were buzzing offensively in that second half because there was no defense to stop them. Washington forced 2 goal line fumbles just today. But here's Sam Howell, who can give the Commanders an opportunity an inch a way up, and he blows it with that interception. I don't care how many touchdowns he threw. I don't care about that 398 yards. I don't care for that 1 sack. Everyone's like, he had a good game today. And yet, sorry for the interruption. And yet he blows it with that interception. There's no excuse for anyone who says, oh, Sam Howell's the guy. Sam Howell, oh my God. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all done messed up. You can't be a serious person and say that Sam Howell is the best thing that Washington's got. I mean, honestly, bring in Baker Mayfield. Come on. Bring in Herbert. Nah, Herbert's too good for this team. He's a choker, but come on. Seriously? Sam Howell? Bieniemy? And by the way, let me get to scary Terror McLaurin. The first pass by Howell, the ball placement was shaky, especially after that pick, and the first ball landed on his shoulder pad. But this receiver couldn't even catch the second pass, and Jahan Dotson couldn't catch it either. Scarrett's Harry, first round pick, still couldn't do it. It's just crazy. So they can't catch it, they can't capitalize, and then there was a drop. There's a drop by Scarrett's Harry. Scary Terry is trying to catch with his fingers instead of using his hands. And no, that's not the ref's fault. You got butter hands, man. Come on, what are you trying to do? Catch it between on your little tips, on your fingernails, dude. Are you serious? Jahan Dotson, he had 100. I think he went 108 yards, 108 receiving, a touchdown. But seriously, I mean, even he couldn't catch that second one. And he ruined that possession. That's it. Jahan Dotson, Sam Howell, that's all I'm talking about. The O-line was fine. Your guards were fine. Your tackles were fine. Your center. That defense couldn't contain the Eagles. The Eagles cooked you. Awful. Just awful. Okay, fine. It was a good game. It wasn't like, oh my God, it was their worst. They came up with that last-minute drive, 31 points. A lot of people won't even count that 31 points. But let's go into who should be fired. Everybody. You got Josh Harris. Fire Ron Rivera, dude. This guy's supposed to be an offensive mind. He's so good. coach Ron Rivera is ass. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Why is he still on the team? Every week, is this Ron Rivera's last in? Oh my God. And he's still there. And what are you doing with Jack Del Rio, who sucks? He proved it today. He sucks. What are you doing? Fire him. Let them all go. And Oscar and I were talking about, what if they make Bieniemy the head coach? Don't even do that. That guy ran a screenplay and bunch formation on 3rd and 5 and then 4th and 1, that empty backfield pass. Come on. It's like he left the Chiefs and now he can't find himself. Get rid of Rivera, get rid of Forbes, get rid of Del Rio. You can replace him. There's always a job opening in the NFL. They'll find somewhere to go and suck and ruin. God, man, are you serious? This team does this every time. Gives up a lead, can't maintain the offense of the other team, and just blows it. You're 2 wins away from being the worst team in the NFL. Crazy. That's incredible. But anyway, I'll let Oscar handle the rest. Oh man, Commanders. And to anyone who says, "Oh, Sam Howell was so good, you want to marry him in the beginning," screw off. Don't even go there. But anyway, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Do you think the Commanders blew it? Do you think it was bad? You got swept, by the way, by the Eagles. They beat you twice. They took this series. They're riding high going into play the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not covering it because I'm on a 3-week hiatus, 3-game to be specific, because Oscar would be specific. Anyway, give Oscar a like, give him a thumbs up, tell him what you think, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and family, press the post notification bell. That's it. That's all, as Oscar says. We'll see you all next time. Peace.